you were going to go on a
quick
connection.
thing real quick.
Yeah.
Is that we're doing headcanons and
discussing the differences between ancestors, and the main trolls.
And connections
and conspiracies. And honestly, we should have turned this on a long time ago, because we already went through a long spear with
we went through like
the Vantises and the Captors already. I think we are on to the Zahhaks right now.
That's horse dude.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Horse and Equius. And the...
What is his ancestor's name?
Darkleer. It's fucking weird one.
Darkleer.
Yeah, weird.
Oddly enough, not directly horse related. I can think of how Darkleer
like you'll hear him referred to as the Executioner, and Darkleer is his actual title, but he was an Executioner, so... And it makes just more fucking sense considering other people's called
different names. But like, side thing, Executioner Death was supposed to come on a black horse, so it could be that jump.
Yeah, it could be.
But the Executioner, once he saw the disciple Nepeta's ancestor, he felt pity.
Yeah.
And you made it seem like when he cocked his bow to shoot her, this new emotion filled him.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. So it's like this... And when after, they died and after the ancestors died, and they became morals, him and, Mulin, like, him and Mulin, it's not really new emotions, but expressing those emotions became a thing.
Yeah, like, it never was even a thought in his head. It's basically what it says. That he never thought about it until he saw an example of it. Yeah. With Equius and Nepeta.
Now, here's my thought process.
Yes.
The ancestor was punished because he expressed emotion.
Well,
hear me out. He was punished for expressing emotion. He didn't have it. The one time he showed it, he was punished for it. Usually, as a child or general person, you do something and you're instantly reprimanded for it. Okay, don't do that.
Yeah.
And then he sent away to people who know it. Even if he was doing it, who would the fuck know?
Yeah.
And he shows his care for people by gifts. He gave Vriska's ancestor and fucking arm for visiting him.
Well, she came without an arm, so I mean, she came for a clear reason.
There was a clear reason, but like you came, you visited, you talked to me, and then after being alone for some time, even that's a welcome sight. Even if it was for a clear, useful reason.
Yeah.
That fucking cat.
Yeah, and he was stated to be very mopey, and even when she was there, he still kind of she had to fight him to go into the moat from going into the moats.
Yeah. So he is punished for emotion. So it makes sense to me that it's inherited that Horse had inherited this emotional lockdown. That he doesn't feel it, he just Shonget is bad. Shonget is bad. Shonget equals bad. But with Nepeta, who's pushing Mulin, who's pushing Shonget can be good. Shonget can have benefits. Which that is then transferred to Equius, who does express it, but has a hard time expressing it.
Yeah, like, he expresses it in inappropriate ways, and you could say that so does Horse. Except he doesn't see his is blindsided because, he's just not thinking. He'd probably, like...
It's kind of like you picked him up and tossed him to a culture he doesn't fucking know about, and he's making all these perverted blunders that he...
Yeah.
Wait,
like,
what? It went dark out.
And yeah. Well,
This.
that is a really interesting thought. I do actually kind of like that, though. The general concession is it's the ancestors then became the ancestors, then the ancestors would give rise to the
Current kids.
Current kids, I guess.
Current trolls.
Yeah.
Fucking wrong species.
I'm sorry. But what is it? And the general idea is, it's not so much that it was bad that he showed emotion, it's that he chose his blue hair fucking emotion over his, what was expected of him. That was his job, and you know what? He never met this troll before in his life, and he never met the troll again after that moment. And that's what no one fucking could get, you know? And I doesn't even think that Darklear knew exactly what fucking happened.
True.
But I do like what you said. Like, I'm gonna say that he generally wasn't like the other two were generally seen as weird and he was pushed to the outside.
Executioners typically are.
Yeah. I mean,
and they're typically seen as these emotionally, not really emotionally stunted, but emotionally different. They didn't feel or have this humanity in them that everyday run-of-the-mill folks do.
Yeah, I mean.
So being able to take money to kill anyone for any reason, no matter what.
Yeah.
Is, I mean, people get weirded out by morticians just by, respectfully putting people on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let alone being the reason why they're in the fucking ground.
Like, I mean, despite even the cultural difference, I still think executioner is going to be a job that's frowned upon. I mean, it's different between killing us and killing them. It always is like that. Except us and them is split up so subdivided into it but he still kills everyone who isn't higher than him. And there's very few people who are higher.
It's the idea that, I mean, this is the